Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're going to take a look at an action figure 2 pack from Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and this particular pack consists of two really cool characters. One of them is a rebel hero and the other is cannon fodder for said rebel hero. So without further ado, let me introduce you to none other than Baze Malbus and his target practice in this pack, the Imperial Stormtrooper. This is a really cool set. The figures are awesome, the accessories are fantastic as well, and I can't wait to share these guys with you in more detail later on in this video. Before we get to that, however, as always, let's take a quick look at the packaging that these figures come in. Once again, we do get this standard Rogue One packaging design with these figures. So you've got the Death Trooper featured at the top of the card, the Rogue One logo just off to the side, and down below that you've got an image of Baze Malbus and the Stormtrooper going head to head. On the front of the card you do have an image of the play feature that's included with Baze, and then on the back you've got an advertisement there for the Studio FX app, as well as a brief description of the two characters, as well as an image and rundown of that play feature once again. Right off the bat, these figures have been incredibly hard to find here in the UK. High street retailers such as Toys R Us and Smiths and supermarket chains have yet to get this one in stock, but it has been made available via independent retailers such as Forbidden Planet and staractionfigures.co.uk. There is a link down below in the video description where you can purchase this set for yourself. However, at the time of filming this review, it is sadly out of stock. Though keep your fingers crossed and keep an eye on that link, as hopefully more stock will be on the way soon. So there we go, that is the packaging for these figures. Now let's take a look at what we get inside, and we'll kick things off by taking a look at Baze Malbus. I absolutely love this figure and I'm really happy to finally have him in my collection as he rounds out my Rogue One team. As you can see, Hasbro have done a fantastic job with this figure. The accessories that he comes with are absolutely off the chain, and I'm going to talk about those in just a little bit. First and foremost, we'll run through articulation. We do get with this guy a ball joint at the head, swivels at the shoulders and swivels at the hips, so he is your standard 5-point of articulation figure. The detail on the figure itself is fantastic. For a figure of this scale, the likeness to Wen Zhang, who plays Baze in the film, is absolutely spot on. The detail in the outfit is very nicely done as well. You've got all those pockets and creases and folds in the jumpsuit. Got some nice detail on the chest armour there. And that detail continues down onto the lower half of the figure as well. As you can see, he does come with this rather large cannon, which isn't 100% screen accurate, but what I really like about this particular pack is the fact that not only do we get this play feature or gimmick with the figure, but we also get an alternative screen accurate weapon as well, which I'll give you a look at later on. But that's really nice. You know, it's cool to finally see Hasbro cater to both collectors and kids. Obviously these big clunky rocket firing features aren't going to be for everybody, so it's really nice that Hasbro took the time and effort to give us the screen accurate weapon that Baze uses in the film. So hats off to Hasbro for that one, and I'll give you a look at this in more detail in just a moment. This particular accessory though, I really like. Sure, it's big, sure it's bright and it's red and it's vibrant and it looks cheesy as hell, but what I really like about it is the fact that it takes the screen accurate weapon that Baze uses in the film and it just pumps it full of steroids and it just creates this really badass look. As you can see, it's absolutely huge. Sure, it's impractical, but it looks cool and I absolutely love it. It does of course fire rockets, which are made of a soft rubbery plastic, which is the first time I've ever seen this. I assume that this is down to health and safety. You know, obviously you don't want to fire these at a child or an animal and poke their eyes out, so that is done as a safety precaution. From an aesthetic point of view, you can't really tell. It's not until you touch them that you realise they're soft and rubbery, so that's not a major issue. And those can of course be fired via a couple of buttons on the back of the backpack. Press one button to fire one and the other to fire the other missile. I'll demonstrate that for you now. Very cool indeed. As you can see, you've got this ammunitions belt that attaches to the backpack and Baze can hold it in his hand there. And the whole thing can be removed and swapped out, as I said, with a screen accurate weapon, which is really cool. What I really like about this is the fact that, again, It's very similar to the gimmick of the play feature. You can see the inspiration there in the two weapons, and this just looks really, really cool. You've got what I'm assuming is an ammunition tank on the back there. Some really nice detail going on. You've got that ammunitions belt once again, reaching from the bottom of the backpack round to the barrel of the blaster. And once again, Baze just looks really, really cool holding this. Baze was an awesome character in the film. I thought him and Chirrut Imwe were an absolutely awesome duo. It was great to see them in action during the Battle of Scarif. And spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it, although we're in February now, so you should have. It was equally heartbreaking for them to meet their demise. But they died heroes, so that's all good. So that's Baze. Moving on, we do of course have the Imperial Stormtrooper. Nothing too special going on with this guy. The sculpt itself, however, is absolutely on point, very similar to the basic carded Stormtrooper from Wave 1. As you can see with this figure, we do have the addition of the orange shoulder pauldron. But in terms of the overall sculpt and detail, from what I gather, he's identical, if not the same, as the Stormtrooper from Wave 1. There may be some subtle paint and sculpting differences, but right off the bat, I can't see that many. The helmet is slightly different in some respects, and we also have the addition of the spots on the armour there, on the chest. But other than that, there are no major issues, or no major changes at least. In terms of articulation, we have a ball joint at the head, swivels at the shoulders, and swivels at the hips. And accessory-wise, he does come with the modified E11 blaster that features the floodlight or target on the barrel. So again, great cannon fodder for Baze. So all in all, this is a fantastic pack. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend it. Obviously Baze is an essential character if you are looking to complete the Rogue One lineup. And the Stormtrooper is always a welcome addition. So again, highly recommended set. I hope you guys can find it. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. And I'll be back with more reviews very, very soon. So until then, as always, thank you for watching, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.